Yo, people, welcome back to another watch along. We are sorry, very late, very late. Sorry about that. Lots going on, but we have got that side camera back for you as well. So we're back in business. I know there's a game going on as well. So partly just waiting for that to finish because I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to focus on that. We got our own shit to kind of fix. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very focused on us, man. I'm very focused on us. After what happened midweek, I'm just trying to forgive and forget. I'll be honest, because I'm still pissed. I'll be honest. So yeah, let's go through the teams and let's focus on ourselves, man, because we need to win this game. We really need to win this game. It's been a really mad week, midweek fixture there. So Sanchez is in goal, obviously. Gusto at right back, Fofana, Chalobah, Cucurella, James, Enzo, Neto. Palmer starts, Garnacho, Delap. The manager did say that Palmer was fit to start, so he does. I think we're kicking off, in about 38 minutes time or so. Let me just quickly get this up. Let me see. Yeah. I just need, oh my God. I wasn't meant to be looking. Oh my God. This is mad. This is mad. Wow. Goal at Villa Park. As much as I didn't want to look at it, didn't want to focus on it. This is Villa Park. This is what's happened. 2-1 to Aston Villa in the last minute. Buendia scored. I don't know whether to. Obviously, I'm obviously happy, but at the same time, we have to play our game. We have to play our game, and I'm in a state of confusion now because I don't know whether to be happy or angry. Because really, well and truly, what a wonderful result this would be if we'd done our job. You know, still a great result, but yeah, it really is none of our business. I'll be honest. Until we win, we need to win our games. I don't know, man. I'm in a state of, bro. I don't know how to feel. I don't know whether to be, because do you know where the anger comes from? The anger comes from in seeing Villa get that winner. The anger comes from remembering what we did in midweek, remembering Maresca choosing to go with Tosin over Josh, remembering that at halftime, after watching how we played, you could have easily decided to add a fullback into this game earlier. You could have even hooked him earlier just to give us more attacking impetus. So then this result would be monumental. Monumental. It just makes me angry. Because we don't and as it stands, we don't and won't capitalize on these things. That's the problem. We don't capitalize. But anyway, let's focus on our game because we need to win. What could have been, exactly. That's what makes me annoyed. So yeah, Gusto at right back comes back in. No Tosin today. He's not even on the bench. Tosin's not even on the bench, so he's been dropped from the squad. I didn't hear anything about an injury for him. Obviously, Lavi is still injured. Caicedo suspended. Mudryk is suspended. Colwell is out, and so is Sogo. So there's a lot of players out, but Tosin isn't one of them. He's not in the squad, which is a big move from the manager. João Pedro also dropped as well to the bench. Very interesting to see what happens between him, Palmer, and Delap. We know the manager's always going to play Palmer in the 10, so it now becomes a straight fight between João Pedro and Delap for the striker role. Although, I think continues to have to be considered for that role until I see better from Delap. And hopefully you see better from Delap today because he's playing with Cole Palmer. He's played with him in the academy. He knows him. Maybe that kind of playmaking ability to put the ball in behind, to play the ball in behind, is going to mean that Delap can get more chances. He's going to make more off-the-ball runs. He's going to have more shots on goal. He's going to score more goals, right? He's more of a striker than João Pedro. But João Pedro was scoring with Cole Palmer as well in the Club World Cup. So it's up to them. Whoever wants to establish a really clear chemistry and understanding with Cole Palmer first and start banging in goals, then great. Am I necessarily happy to see Delap starting after the performances I've been watching? Not really. Not really. But I can't say João Pedro deserves to start either. So it's really only Guy that can feel a little bit hard done by. I don't even know if I've actually written João Pedro there. I haven't. So let me update that. Because I've not got João Pedro on the bench, and he is on the bench, chat. But there is no tossing. Hato is on the bench. Josh is on the bench. The manager did admit in the presser that he should have played Josh. The manager does learn from his mistakes, and he does. Look, I'm gonna say this right with the manager, because I was pissed when he didn't play Josh in that game, because I felt like it was kind of obvious. Tosin has been involved in a lot of our bad moments defensively this season. He's also super slow. So even though he's trying to combat the aerial threat, you have to remember we're probably going to be in Leeds' half, or we should be in Leeds' half. So you're going to try and play a high line. You're going to try and be counter press. You're going to try and be compact and push up the pitch. You can't do that with a slow defender. It's exactly why Disasi can't come anywhere near this team. But he does learn from his mistakes. He learned from the red cards, the consecutive red cards, and the stupid kind of defensive mindset that he kind of just automatically went into. He learned from that. Didn't do it again against Arsenal. He's now kind of publicly come out and said that Tosin wasn't to the standard, to the level required. He come out and said it about, I think he kind of referenced a few players because James and Fofana were named. So obviously there's one more person. Santos was actually, I think, included in that in comparison to Caicedo. So he is self-aware. And I think we need to remember what a lack of self-awareness looks like at this club with managers. Absolutely, we can be pissed off that the manager doesn't do certain things. He's obviously got a different brain. He's obviously way more educated and way more, a million times more experience and an understanding of what he's doing than us, right? So we're gonna disagree a couple of times, but most of the time, I think you kind of have to try and look at it from his point of view. With most managers, with all managers, right? But at least he is self-aware. There's a lot of managers that are not self-aware in this league. There's a lot of managers that are stubborn. There's a lot of managers in this league that don't take any accountability for their actions. They don't understand when they've made a mistake. They don't publicly come out and say it. And they just keep doing the same shit over and over and over and over again. Maresca is not that manager. Maresca is not that manager. So whilst he is making these errors, and we know he's going to make these errors because he's a rookie and he's learning and he's even though I don't think that's an error he should have made. I think that was a wasted error, The red card one, okay, cool. Maybe your first time in that situation in high profile games, I don't know. But with the Josh one, you saw his performance against Palace. You've seen his performance against Liverpool. You've seen his performance against Nottingham Forest. You've also seen Tosin. I don't need to go through Tosin's performances. So, didn't need to be learned necessarily, in my opinion, but he's learned nonetheless. So, if he does it again, then obviously it's even more criticism. But because he's come out and publicly said he knows where it is, then hopefully we just don't see it again. But it does still irk me a little bit. James comes back into the team, plays in the midfield with Enzo Fernandez. Obviously need that physicality back. Santos was really, really poor. I think the two players I was most disappointed by in the midweek was Santos and João Pedro. Because I keep telling you guys, the players that I actually rate and I actually expect something from them in terms of creativity, in terms of positional versatility, which Santos has already shown in the Barcelona and Burnley game, they're the ones that disappoint me the most. As angry as I am with Tosin, it's not really a shock to us that Tosin can do something like that because he's a squad player at best, really shouldn't be at the football club any longer, most likely. Santos was really poor, man. Really poor. His positional awareness was shocking. So James comes back in. Hopefully him and Enzo have a bit better balance. Neto on the right, Garnacho on the left. Can't really make a case for Esteval. Again, it wasn't a good performance. Petulant yellow card. We already know he's going to get rotated anyway, regardless. So if he's not going to play well against Leeds, then obviously he's going to get rotated. First half against Arsenal, missed loads of chances. Neto scored when he came off the bench. So I ain't really got no problems with most of it. I think Delap's the only one I'm looking at, and I'm just looking at Delap. I'm not even angry that Delap's there. I would prefer Gue, even though Gue is, from the start is probably a bit punchy, but you can't justify Pedro and Delap. Delap really with Palmer. Let's see how it goes. It's a different ball game. Let's see. Hopefully he's better. But I'm looking at Delap, man. Delap needs to step up. Delap definitely needs to step up. So let's see how it goes. Right, we're gonna go through the chat. Yes, we know what happened at Villa Park, but we're gonna focus on today's game. I don't really have an opinion on what happened at Villa because it doesn't concern me until we win. And even if we do win, it still really doesn't concern me too much because I don't trust us at the moment to get through this Christmas period. We've already fucked up the first one against Leeds. So until I see us navigate December, I don't really have any opinions on what Arsenal are doing in terms of it doesn't affect us. It doesn't mean nothing to us. We need to prove that we should even pay attention to things like that. So we need to win. So fuck it. Happy for Man City. Well done to Man City. You have an opportunity to close the gap. But for us, we need to win our games. If we don't win this game, what's the point on commenting on what happened at Villa Park? Villa are 6 points ahead of us right now. How about that? There's two sides to the coin. There's the side that Arsenal lost, and there's a side that Aston Villa just went 6 points clear of us. So we need to keep up with Aston Villa. That's what we need to do. So we need to win this game. So yeah, it's always a great day when Arsenal lose a game, but if we don't win this game, I'm not really going to care. Let's go through some super chats, and then we're going to go back into the Tacticos. Please, someone tell me where I can watch. Boy, VPN, I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know what country you're in. You're in England, right? Yeah, you need to speak to a guy. You need to speak to a guy. He is literally playing Delap again. Yes, he is, but he's playing Delap with Palmer. So he's playing Delap with Palmer, which is a difference in terms of the dynamic between the two. Delap's now going to be able to make runs, and he's going to have a genuine playmaker behind him. I'd like to think João Pedro can create chances for others. He's not going to do it the same way Cole Palmer does it, but he should be able to create chances for others. However, he ghosted against Leeds. So Delap, that connection wasn't established, and the manager crippled Esteval by not playing an overlapping fullback or not playing even anyone on that right-hand side that could get and support Esteval to come into central areas to create more opportunities for Delap. We had 2 shots on target against Leeds. 2 shots on target. You don't have 2 shots on target against a team in the bottom 3 and don't question your attacking dynamics. So as much as Delap was poor, he's not, and I said this when we signed him, he is not Harry Kane. So if people are expecting Delap to come and drop deep and create and dribble and link like Jackson, or Jackson is a different profile, that's not Delap's job. Delap is a chaotic. He thrives off chaos, thrives off runs in behind, balls in behind, thrives off just things happening around him he can get on the end of, or even some counter attacking and some back and forth, some rock and roll football. He's, that's him. But which is why I said closer comparison to Jamie Vardy, which is even still at this point very disrespectful to Jamie Vardy, but you get what I'm saying in terms of stylistically, that is what he is closer to than Harry Kane. Harry Kane was a lazy comparison because people wanted another England forward to take the mantle, and he was young and he came from City's academy, so he must be technically ridiculous in terms of link up and all those things. But when I've watched him at Ipswich last season, and that's the season that you need to look at, not the academy against the kids that didn't make it into the Premier League football. You look at Ipswich, and I know their style of play plays some sort of role in that, but maybe their style of play is predicated to who they have in their squad, and he is in their squad, and that they play to his strengths. Maybe that's the case as well. And when I saw the best of him, it was more chaotic football. It's not like they didn't have a progressive manager in charge of that football club when they were here last season. They didn't come with some Sean Dyche or some some Sam Allardyce manager. You know, this is a manager in Kieran McKenna that top teams were looking at. We were looking at for his progressive style of play in the Championship, his possession-based oriented game. So let's see. We're still looking at it with him, but yeah. Hopefully, Palmer can unlock the striker. That is what he's there to do, and I think he can definitely do it. He created loads of chances for Jackson. You have to remember how many chances that Cole Palmer put on a plate for Nicholas Jackson last season that he missed. Ridiculous amount of chances. So if he can, you know, obviously Jackson's slightly different, but he's not polished in any sense of the word. So hopefully he can create those same chances for Delap, and then it's just down to Delap to just finish. And he should be a better shooter. He absolutely has to be a better shooter than Jackson in terms of ball striking, which I think he is. Absolutely he is. I know he is, but he needs to show it. Has to show it. Right. Let's see. He has too much players. I don't know what you're talking about, Maresca having too much players, to be honest. We trimmed down our squad very well in the summer. We don't have too many players. We have exactly the amount of players we need in terms of numerically. Even you could say we have too many central defenders because you shouldn't really have 6 central defenders. We have 3 strikers. We have 2 or 3 10s, positionally versatile. We have 4 wingers. We have 4 midfielders, central midfielders in the pivot. There's injuries. There 2 left backs, 2 right backs, 3 right backs, positionally versatile, Achumpong. There's enough players in this squad, but there's exactly the amount of players we need. It's just quality. But numerically, there's no issue here. There's no issue here. Them being arse is a different conversation. Some of them. But that's not the point he's making. He's saying he has too many. I don't think he does. When you're in 4 competitions, and we've seen it with Arsenal this season, right? When you're in 4 competitions and you're going to get injuries, and you got Champions League, you got Carabao Cup, and we're trying to go the distance in all these competitions. I'm not trying to hear, oh yeah, let's sack off the game against Cardiff because we need to focus on this. No, I want to win the Carabao Cup. We need to win the Carabao Cup. So you need to be going deep in every competition. You should be going deep in all 4 competitions. And that's also on the back of a Club World Cup where we also didn't have a preseason. We had two games in the space of 4 days. So we need a bigger squad than anyone in this league. We need the biggest squad because we have had the most taxing summer. We've played the most games and we have more injury-prone players than anyone else. In terms of Fofana, Lavia, you know, James has to be managed, Badiashile. So, bruh, I'm glad we have a squad the size we do. I think it's exactly what we need. Right. Let's put up a poll. I don't know if I want to do red card roulette. I don't know if I want to speak it into existence. Let's go first goal scorer. Let's go with a positive mindset. I predicted us to win this game 2-1. I do feel like some key players coming back into this is going to make a difference. The biggest issue Chelsea have is not their ability to perform when all of their best players are available. I trust my starting 11 or my starting 12, 13, 14 to perform. The issue is when we get into the 17, 18, 19, 20, it's peak. And we saw that against Leeds. You make one too many changes because you have to, because players are injury prone or whatever it is, and you can't trust these guys. You cannot trust these guys to deliver. So, yeah, that's the problem. And we're going to have to do that because, you know, the winter period is the winter period. You have to rotate. I'm going to put Enzo/Garnacho, first goal scorer. Wrote the 2 Argentines together because Enzo does have a knack of getting goals, to be fair. So I don't really want to exclude him and just go 4 attackers. Get your votes in on the poll there. I saw some people saying, like, why is the manager rotating? Is it not obvious? Is it not obvious that we have to rotate Wesley Fofana? Is it not obvious that we have to rotate Reece James? Is it not obvious? It is, isn't it? So the only error, massive error that he made was not playing Josh for tossing and moving Chalobah inside and playing that high line, playing quicker defenders and playing better players in form. You could make an argument for Gue maybe starting against Leeds as well because he is physical, he's combative, he likes to press. He would have understood the spirit of the game, even though he's super young. Neto, comme ci, comme ça. Neto, sometimes good, sometimes not. He is getting the GA, so, you know, that's good. That's very good for him. if Neto's not gonna give you a general consistent performance over 90 minutes, at least he's getting you GA right now, which is something I asked for, so I can't complain. But he also maybe needed to be taken out as well. I think he played Barca. He played Arsenal. People will complain about a lack of rotation as soon as we start getting injuries, and people will be like, "Why didn't you rotate? Why didn't you make changes?" You're meant to be able to trust your squad. That's the point. You're meant to be able to trust your squad. And this is why I go back to recruitment. If you can't trust your squad, you didn't build a good enough squad. Because we have to rotate. Every single season, if we're in 4 comps, Champions League, we're going to rotate. Every manager should be rotating. So unless you want people to burn out, get injured, and then you have to use tossing every single week instead of just once every 4 or 5 weeks, then, you know. No team has the perfect squad. No, they don't. They don't. That's why the manager has to absolutely maximize it, and he didn't by not playing Josh. He didn't maximize that one. But he admitted that. This is why criticizing is sometimes, you shouldn't be afraid to disagree, because the manager just come out and told you that he fucked up. But if I say that before kickoff, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Why are you saying Josh should be playing? He's only 19. He's inconsistent as well. Look at him against Brighton. Oh, this is why you just have your own opinion. Because imagine if I just said, oh, yeah, I'm fine with that. Fine with Tosin playing. Then he goes and fucks up, has a bad game. Bro, why don't you have your own opinion? Why don't you speak your own mind? Called it out at the beginning. Now the manager's like, yeah, true. It can happen. Managers can be wrong. But it is what it is. We're going to kick off in 16 minutes. We're going to kick up in 16 minutes. 16 minutes. Big game. Big game, guys. Big game. On the bench, you got options, man. You got options. You got options. There's still... Imagine, yeah, we've got so many injuries, you know. This is how deep our squad goes. If everybody was fit... If 3 people were fit, 3 more people were fit. If you had Colwell, Caicedo, and Lavia, this bench, there'll be some interesting names getting left out of the whole squad. But I guess you're never gonna have a fully fit squad anyway, so you just have to just assume that they're gonna everyone's always gonna make it onto the bench, because you're never gonna have everyone fit. We're gonna take a look at who are the other 3 o'clock kickoffs as well. Yeah, we are, absolutely. Appreciate you joining the Matiti Surgeries support line. Thank you for your memberships. I might actually need to do a membership video soon as well. I'm slacking on that. Definitely got some updates and stuff. Soldier, the front lines are waiting for you. Nah, bro. Nah. I think the key here is actually being able to trust your own team. I heard someone say it on the overlap the other day. You're not really in it if you don't trust your own team. If you don't trust your own team and you're solely depending on the other team that's in it to be inconsistent, to have injuries, to drop off, you don't really believe that you're in it, because you don't trust your own team to actually go the distance. Until I can sit here and comfortably say, based upon what I'm watching and based upon the results, I can comfortably sit here and say, do you know what? This Chelsea team actually is capable of doing 85 points. 85 points. Then I don't really believe we're in it. You see what I'm saying? Because that's the amount of points you need to amass to win this. So unless you look at Chelsea in isolation, away from everything going on around you, and you could sit there and say, yeah, there's 85 points there. This team can amass 85 points. This team can even amass 84, 83 points, which we haven't done since the 2017. We've not even hit 70s, I don't think, in that time period. Can't remember the last time we hit 70 points, 75 points, for say. When was the last time we hit 75 points? So the confidence has to come from within, bro. You're not going to go to Aston Villa, who's second in the league every week, if you're Arsenal. They're still wrapping up the smaller teams. So there's nothing... It's not like they lost to Leeds. You know what I mean? They lost to Aston Villa. They're the team that's 6 points ahead of us. So it's not really something to take loads of confidence from. Go and look at the fixtures at the end of the season. Go and look at the away trips we have. Go and look at Arsenal's fixtures last 10 games. It's not a joke. They've played all the tough away games. They've gone to Liverpool. They've gone to Villa. They've gone to Stamford Bridge. They've gone to St. James's Park. They've gone to Old Trafford. Go and look at the grounds we have to go to. It's peak. One thing I've learned is never take Arsenal seriously. They will always bottle it at some point. Dancing in September, crying in May, the Arsenal way. You must be a Man City fan. Or are you Man United fan? You're a Man United fan. Fair enough. Fair enough. These man hurt me over the midweek, fam. You saw me crying on stream, bro. These man hurt me, bro. Man was on Instagram live, lying on the ground. My glasses were opposite the camera, bro. My glasses were bamboozled off of my face. These man hurt me, bro. Man's traumatized over what I saw against Leeds at Ellen Road. Traumatized. It's going to take many weeks to fix that now. You're going to have to win. You're going to have to beat Bournemouth, beat Everton, beat... Bruh. Even Newcastle away on the 20th. I'm not confident. You think I'm confident for that? On the 20th of December in St. James's Park. We got to go there and you got to have the mentality to win. Bro. It's going to take a while to repair the damage, man, that these men have caused. I can't believe what I was watching. Can't believe what I was watching, bro. That shit was traumatizing. That's like, why a grown-ass man tearing up on camera? Oh, I didn't know if I was tearing up because I was sad or because I was on cry. I don't know. What do they say? If you don't laugh, you'll cry. Bruv, I couldn't laugh. I couldn't laugh, bro. And then I see in the comment section other Chelsea fans telling me, bro, I was crying as well. They was like, yo, I was crying as well. Oh, I was so angry, bro. Sometimes you're so angry, bro. The tears just drop, bro. Just a couple, bro. So angry. I don't think I've felt anger like that in a while watching this team. That was another level. That was another level of anger. Right. Kickoff is in 11 minutes. Is everybody confident, actually? Let me do a temperature check. That's the other poll I usually run. I'm going to close the first goal scorer because it's been up for a while. I'm going to actually just call these temp checks. Right. Bournemouth win. Draw. Chelsea win. I don't even know if I'm even mentally prepared for this game. I don't even know if I'm mentally prepared for this match. I'll be honest. I hope I am. Let's see. But if shit starts flying off, bro, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I haven't been thinking about this match too much. I heard obviously the presser. Then I just spaced out again and moved on. Because obviously the F1 this weekend is coming towards a close. The last race of the season, so there's a bit of drama. They're trying to force it. For Netflix. And really, this shit should have been wrapped up last weekend. So yeah. I'm really just see, that's a really sad comment. That's a sad comment. That's a Tottenham comment that you've just left there. You said, I don't care about us. I just need Arsenal to bottle the league. That there is what we need to really desperately avoid. That is a really Spurs comment. You see? That is the type of mentality we can't. The whole reason why we're meant to be trying to win it. That's you're meant to get a double win. They don't, but you win it. You see what I'm saying? The days of saying, oh, taking pleasure in City winning it, you know what I mean? Obviously, you pick them over the ops, but you should be trying to win it yourself. That's the whole point here, because they're gonna be in it. So you should try to be in it with them, and that's why I'm so passionate about being in this race this season. But these lot won't allow me to even lie about it. They won't even allow me to lie, because we should be there. The amount of years we've been doing this shit, we should be there. And then it's becoming a proper rivalry of, okay, whoever, winner takes all. And then we can really get into our hating bag because we're actually the ones that are going for it as well. But to say that you don't care and it's just, you know, as long as they don't do it, how many years are you going to rely upon that type of mentality before it's too late? Like I said, you're coming closer and closer every single year to them doing it because you're not actually taking responsibility as Kings of London to do it yourself. That's some Tottenham shit. Because Tottenham know they're never going to amount to nothing, so they have to think like that. We shouldn't be thinking like that. It's a fucking disgrace. I'll be honest. So I hear you in terms of I get that that's where we've taken you to, but I really wish for better for you, brother. You need to come back to the right side, bro, because you're lost. Chelsea have fucked you up differently for you to be thinking like that, man. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame indeed. Right. We have to get that mentality out of here as soon as possible, man. Mentality's that's proper gutter right there. I can't associate with that. This is Chelsea, bro. We're battering these, man. I would love today, and I asked for this midweek, I would love a real proper performance, bro. 0 to 90. Real good, strong performance, keeping the ball well. The build-up midweek was atrocious. Give me good build-up. Give me good build-up. Give me a responsible, mature performance. Just do your due diligence, man. Do your due diligence from minute 0 to minute 90. Maybe do we have to come here and earn the right to play? I don't know. Bournemouth doesn't strike me as one of those grounds. There's no disrespect to Bournemouth. They're not in great form themselves. But this is not a Leeds or Burnley or, one of those, sometimes hostile, but also those grounds where you know the style of football is going to be so ugly that you do have to fight the first 10, 15, get through it. Bournemouth away, seaside, similar to Brighton, Portsmouth when they were here. You're meant to go to these grounds and assert yourself. Establish yourself. Assert your dominance, minute 1. I should see good football today. I should see good football. I've not been watching a whole pile of Bournemouth recently, but I'm not expecting them to be ugly. I'm not expecting an ugly game today. Obviously, Semenyo has been a bit quiet, so we have to keep an eye on him. Let's not rejuvenate his career today. You know what I mean? Rejuvenate his season. We've already done that with Calvert-Lewin. But I don't look at these seaside South Coast teams and think, yeah, you got to get through the first 10, 15. No, bro. You just come and play football. Minute 1. Come and play good football. Should be a quality thing today. Shouldn't be about, obviously you always need to win your battles, your individual battles and whatnot in any game, but you shouldn't really be getting physically stepped to in this match is what I'm saying. You shouldn't be physically losing the match. So hopefully this type of game hopefully will suit us more. People need to know who you hate more, Man United or Arsenal. I don't think that's a. Is that not known? I think that's kind of known. All the London clubs are the high, like they are top of the tree in terms of hatred, right? Man United are 20 titles down the line. The only beef I had with Man United was in Moscow, yeah, and that hurt. And obviously they done three in a row on our head top because we were there at that time. We had mad injuries in 07, with Terry and Czech and whatnot, but. Man United can't come close to Arsenal, bro. They can't be in line. That don't work. Fans and club need to recognise that Chalobah is our best centre-back. After that, we could start chatting on the fact that Josh Trevor is our best centre-back pairing. People got close before the match. But this needs to be the 2-3 year future. I have to politely disagree. I don't see a future where Chalobah is Chelsea's starting centre-back if we're going to win the league, if we're going to win the Champions League. I don't think that's the calibre of centre-back that he is. I think he can be a squad centre-back. He can be a squad player, a very, very decent squad player, a very good squad player. But he is not aerially dominant enough from set pieces to be our starting centre-back. He is not aggressive or strong enough to be our starting centre-back. Fofana, in terms of what he's come in and shown since he's come back as well, I don't really know how Fofana's not in your pairing there. Maybe because of injuries, but if we're talking on quality, I'm not sure how Fofana's not in your pairing. But Chalobah, I've not looked at Chalobah and thought any more than, squad player. for a team that needs to win the league. So, yeah, not for me, man. Not for me, bro. I haven't seen that. Insamino could be our future. I mean, when he gets here, he's going to be young, raw in terms of first season in the Prem, the physicality. Let's see how he deals with that. You know, that guy must be, in centre back terms, you'd assume 3, 4, maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the line. Reminds me of like a Christensen when he was at Mönchengladbach in Germany. Really talented. That's actually exactly who he reminds me of, actually. Really good on the ball, but it does look a bit slender. If you remember when Christensen was at Mönchengladbach, he did a great loan. I think he was 18. Then he comes to Chelsea. But again, it's a different ball game. Defending in this league is a different ball game, you know? So I'm not trying to put any pressure on him. And again, I'm trying to win the league, bro. So I'm not asking guys in their debut season from these loans to come and spearhead Chelsea and start in 11s to win the league. They can come and be squad players at best. Santos has come in this season, squad player. Esteval's come in this season, squad player. Even though he's been really, really good, he's still a squad player because he gets rotated. Same will apply to Insamino. But these guys cannot come in and be starting 11 Premier League winners. If that is the case, boy, we're not really being serious. You haven't answered my question. Brother, I told you, I told you without telling you, you need to speak to a guy, bro. You need to speak to a guy, bro. You need to speak to a guy. Are you in England, bro? Let me know in the chat if you're from England. If you're not from England, then I can't even help you because you should have loads of options, really. He's playing 3 at the back as a right-sided centre-back. Good. We actually play a 3 at the back quite a bit anyway, so that's fine. If he's playing in that, if Maresca's in, if Maresca's in charge, which I assume he will be, Insamino playing right-side centre-back is fine for Dortmund. That's actually kind of where I maybe envisioned him, because the only thing I'd worry about him playing in the middle is not on the ball. On the ball, he seems to be fine. But I would just worry about, is he going to be aerially dominant enough to be in the middle when crosses are coming in this league with the physicality and all that kind of stuff. And maybe long-term, because the manager already kind of hinted at it long time ago, maybe long-term you are just going to see Reece James in midfield. Because if you look at the injury issues we have in midfield, and you look at what Reece James did against Arsenal, of course, and what he's done previously, maybe you don't see Reece James at defence too often anymore. And you do see Insamino, and you do see Achampong, and you do see, obviously, Gusto when we're trying to do an overlap. But you maybe just don't see Reece James back there that often. And maybe Reece James only steps in there and makes it a back 5 in the last 10 minutes when we're trying to see out a game. So he did say before he does see Reece James as a midfielder. And when he said that, all of us were like, what? This guy's been playing right back. He's been playing centre back. He's even played a bit of left back. How can you see him as a midfielder? But when you look at the quality that he possesses on the ball, the only thing Reece James needs to be able to do consistently is scan. As long as he can scan, which he had a little bit of an issue with last year at times in some games, as long as he scans and he knows what's around him and he knows the picture, which obviously takes time to get used to, especially at this level in comparison to Championship at Wigan, then on the ball, technically, there's nothing that he can't do. He can shoot from distance. He can switch play with both feet. He can tackle. He can intercept. He can win headers. He can pass. What can this guy not do in midfield apart from just you need to be aware? That's it. You need to be super press resistant. That's it. As long as he's press resistant and he's aware, that's it. So there's definitely room for some maneuvering there for sure. There's definitely room there. We should all agree that Fernandes deserves bench. You can't bench him right now. You actually can't bench him, bro. And I wouldn't say he deserves bench. I would just say that he had a very poor game against Leeds and he needs to step it up. But he was very good against Barca and he was good against Arsenal. So I'm not going to say he deserves bench, to be honest. All right, game's kicked off. Time is going to be on your screen in a minute. Time is going to be on your screen. See if we can sync up. Fuck's sake. Let's go. And I'm going to keep you up to date with the other 3 o'clock kickoffs as well. Going to sync up on about 50 seconds, chat. Bournemouth in possession at the moment. Let's try and get this synced up. Remove these as well. Oh, come on, Chelsea, man. I'm nervous. We're not quite synced up, but we're close. Is that a free kick, ref? Has to be. Has to be a free kick. Where the hell is my timer gone here? We're in possession at the moment. But yeah, it's interesting. Oh, that could have fell to Delap, but it's just not going to. It's nowhere near. I think even that is ambitious. I need to see good pressing from Delap. I think the press this season with João Pedro and Delap is not really what it should be. Delap maybe gets more of a pass because he's been injured. João Pedro, I don't really feel like at any point this season have I seen like a really good press in comparison to what it was last year. So the press needs to be much better. The best presser at the moment is being Gu. And again, how many chances do we create, guys, off the press? So many chances. I've seen even Andre Santos getting it off the press, and then we've created an opportunity from that. Barcelona, was it Barcelona? I think it was. So our press needs to be much better because we talk about trying to create chances and open play with the ball, but we're not creating enough chances from pressing. Really, really not. Let me see. I hope the timer's synced. Bournemouth in behind. Ball comes into the box. Cleared away again. Who's this? Ball across. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's the same shit as Leeds. It's 3 minutes in. And I'm seeing I don't even know, comical defending. Kamikaze back there. So Semenyo's gone and scored. So the guy that hasn't scored for how many games has gone and scored? So we go again with the bullshit. Let's just watch this back again. Look, is he offside? No, he's not offside because it goes to number 9. I think he's a kid. And Semenyo just comes in at the back post. It's not offside. And he just smacks it past Sanchez. 3 minutes. Concentration levels are absolutely in the bin. How do you get time to play that pass, man? It's such a simple ball. You would have thought it was build up from the back. This guy has just played a pass just across our box. Just uninterrupted. Nobody's stopping this pass. Is it offside? Are they checking it? They are checking it. No one, I don't understand the time and space. We're 3 minutes into this game. The amount of time and space. Is that off? So they're trying to play an offside trap. But even still, forget the offside trap for a second. Why is nobody closing that guy down? You guys can play this offside trap, and it looks like you've just about played it perfectly. But can you close the fucking ball? Can you close down the ball, man? There's 5 of you. There's like what? 4 of you playing this line. Cool. But can someone go to the ball as well? So he doesn't have the time to even play this pass. Oh my days, man. Please be offside because I can't do this. I haven't even got the voice. My voice is still finished from midweek. I don't even have the energy for this. I don't have the energy for this, on God. Please. It's offside, I think. But I just don't understand why no one's engaging with the ball. How are you even allowed? God. Bro, I'm tired already, man. This lot stressed me out too much, man. It remains 0-0. Evan Nilsson. Sorry, for some reason I was thinking about the kid that's been taking his place all these months. So Evan Nilsson's obviously up there, seasoned. So tired already, bro. Don't have the energy, man. There's a cold going around. I haven't got it yet, but I don't have the energy, bro. Oh my God, I've just seen Cherky do some stupid skill, bro. I've just decided to just put that game on anyway, just for bants. Cherky did a lovely little bit of skill. Semenyo. Oh God, look at the pathetic Enzo. Pathetic! Pathetic! What kind of challenge is that? Put a foot in. Is it offside again? Bro, we better play the best trap of our lives because there's no protection at the moment in front of that defence in terms of the closing down. Yeah, look, even James had to have a word. Who was that? Even James had to have a word because he's like, yo, why are you so easily bypassed? Look. Brother, come on. You're moving like you're at the old folks' home. Like you got a pension that you know what I mean? You can take out now. Come on, man. It's pathetic. Even James is like, what are you doing? Oh my God, Sanchez, that was the riskiest pass. What the bro, what are these men on today? They're trying to give me a heart attack. What kind of pass was that? And then this brother just booted out of play. Oh boy. That pass from Sanchez nearly murked me, bro. Nearly sent me. Crazy pass. Left foot right in front of an attacker. Yeah, we're taking liberties today. we're trying to send man to heaven. This is crazy. Chalobah, James. Chalobah, open up your body, please, today. Open up your body. Oh my God, Sanchez. Brother, this is Kalas. Kalas. First 8 minutes, analysis is Kalas. The first 8 minutes has been Kalas. Just don't even watch it back. Delap. Oh, the pass is over here. Honestly, I don't know what. Please, Sanchez, not today. Please, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on back there. That whole defense and that whole build-up structure is giving me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know what's going on. Neto. These man need to get a foothold in this game because it's been a very, very shaky start. Shaky's putting it nicely. Correa. What are we like in possession? What are we like in possession right now? Are we all right? Are we sick in the head today? Oh, these men are gonna give me an upset stomach. God. Painful first 10 minutes, chat. Painful. God grief. Cole Palmer. Garnacho's touch. Fucking hell. Goodness me. There's such a mismatch of like level of tech in the team in terms of like some guys are teched out and some guys are just really not. I don't know what's going on. Here's James. Good pass. Good run from Gusto. Good movement. Palmer. Palmer's playing like a left 8 at the moment. Quite deep. Enzo is a right 8. So that's to balance out the wingers who are obviously completely the opposite foot, so there should be some interesting dynamics over there. Because we're not going to overlap the fullback. So what you're going to get, I assume, is oh no, Gusto, to be fair, is getting far forward. But they've got two different angles for how to get the ball in the box for Delap on the left with Palmer and Garnacho over there. I don't know how that's going to look. Enzo, good ball to Delap. Touch. Good. Oh, someone's got to be there, man. It's actually good play from Delap. Cucurella, good. Come on. Good. Please. Garnacho. Oh, unlucky. Bro, well, watching this lot. I'm not comfortable at all. Not comfortable, man. Yeah, they're just showing the offside again. It was clearly offside. Clearly offside, guys. No stress on that. Well, it was very stressful, but we it's a fine line. It was close. Palmer looks bright early minutes, first few touches and stuff. He looks fit. He looks fully fit. Enzo, get the ball to Palmer as much as you can, guys, because he actually looks like as if he's up for it. God. Oh my God, that was brilliant play from Garnacho. I actually can't believe it. I don't even know how he's even got out of that. Enzo, the touch. Enzo! Enzo. Oh, Enzo. Today. We're defending. Shot comes in blocked. Bro, December. What is in the air in December? What is in the air in December, bro? We have to get to the bottom of this as a club. Is there something that we're not doing in December behind the scenes? What is it about December? What is it about December, guys? Sanchez clears. That's a free kick, ref. James and Cole Palmer are gonna have to be the main guys absolutely today. From a quality standpoint, Enzo's struggling. I don't know what's going on for him. Hopefully he improves. But James and Palmer are gonna decide this game. Absolutely. Because they're the ones that are like technically levels above everything else on the pitch. The rest of them, they're fitting in. They're blending in at the moment. That's how I'd say it. They're blending in. That was good play from Garnacho earlier on, though. Garnacho was very good there to get past his man. Come on, guys. It's the smallest stadium in the Premier League, I think. I wonder if they're going to try and expand it or what's going on. Because they've been in the Premier League for a long time. Does anybody know in the chat why Bournemouth haven't expanded their stadium? Surely there's enough interest for in their fan base to fill out a bigger stadium, even if it's like 20,000 or 25,000. It's really small. Just looking at it again, like, bruh, it's small. Like, you can't believe that's where the roof is. Do you know what I mean? That's where the first stand should be. Then there should be an upper tier, bro. Can't believe it. Delap, that's good play. Palmer, he's gonna send it for Neto, no doubt about it. Oh my god. We might be one of the biggest wasters when it comes to transitions. When it comes to transitions, yeah, and actually just waiting certain passes properly to have a shot on goal, we might be the biggest wasters in the Prem. Genuinely. I even think back to that Neto Garnacho 2v1 situation in one of the games where Neto just absolutely pisses up the pass. We waste so much. We just waste, bro. So much waste. My days. Like, we got all the time in the world. Like, we're going to get ample amount of chances in this game. Just guaranteed. So much waste. What kind of pass is that? It's crazy. Like, you just don't, I don't think you see this shit anywhere else. I don't see this from other teams, like, in the top end of the table. Do you guys see other teams like this in the transition? Palmer. I'm talking like, we're talking 5-yarders, 10-yarders. There's just nobody there in front of you. There's no blind spot. We're not even asking for reverse passes round the corner, passes into alleyways you can't see, Ozil-esque. I'm not asking for this. I'm just asking for you to just play it to your teammate, literally right in front of you. He's right there. Sanchez is on it. Goes long. Gusto. No. That's good from Cucurella. He's giving it away. Okay, Palmer. Nice. Please wait this properly now. Good, just send it. Neto. Back post, Cucurella. Oh, unlucky. Isn't that a corner? I don't think so. I think Cucurella got his head on it pretty cleanly. But it's difficult to see from this angle that I'm looking at to see whether or not that's the case. So I'm not sure. It's a free kick again. And you know what? Could you book him as well? If you don't mind. I want to start seeing some yellows, to be honest. Bro, I don't know, but it's a 3 o'clock kickoff, and you know how we do in the UK with the 3 o'clock kickoff, so I'm not really too bothered if I'm not at the exact point I should be. You guys internationally are going to get the game. We don't get the game, so when it comes to 3 o'clock kickoffs, we don't complain. I'll be real. Here's Enzo. James. But anyway, we're in South Africa. I don't even know what I'm even saying. We're watching on Super Sport. We're in South Africa. We're in Cape Town today. We're in Cape Town. Big up to all the people in the UK. Good luck. Come on, guys. Win that. Win that. Good. Palmer. Oh, the passing today is so poor. The passing, I can't. With these 2 8s here, Palmer and Enzo today, the passing is poor. The passing, the last few minutes, the last 5-10 minutes, we've just got out of that Bournemouth spell where they're causing us the problems. We're now starting to get into the game. We're now starting to grow into the game, but the passing is not good enough. But Palmer's rusty, okay, maybe first start. Enzo, I need the passing to improve. I need the passing to improve. You two are way too teched out to be passing like this, though. Because they're not even hard passes. That's the thing. They're very basic passes for these level of players. For these two, the passes are very basic. It's A to B. No blind spots. Not playing on the swivel. Not playing it round the corner. No flicks. Just literally face forward. You're right there. Just play it right to him. Gusto. Fucking hell, Gusto, man. Right, you've managed to redeem yourself. Great piece of skill. James, give me a worldie. That's the kind of pass. That's the quality of passing we need in this team. Great ball from James. Neto, Delap, unlucky. That is the level. Reece James, that's the level of passing we need. That's the level of passing we need from the players. Chalobah, I don't know what you're doing. Man's just giving the ball away. The amount of turnovers today must be madness. I need to go and check it. Check the statistics. The turnovers are crazy. If everybody could pass like Reece James is passing, boy, we'd be having a good day. Oh, my days. Blind spot, Cucurella. Blind spot. Oh, my days. Come on, guys. Too easy, man. Too easy. Too easy to get in behind. We're really open. This is a very open game. It's open in our favor. It's open in their favor. Like I said at the start, this is not a game of the physical. This is not the game of the combative long throws, set pieces, all that. This is a football match. And if we just technically turn up, we should be winning this game because we're giving them space, they're giving us space. I think they've capitalized on the space that we've given them a lot more than we've capitalized on the space they're giving us in terms of the final ball from us is not great. Obviously, the final ball actually for them just now was not good either, but we have better players than them, so you know, we should be creating opportunities. With their setup, they're playing into our, you know, they're playing quite open, guys. Look at the amount of players they got forward right now. They got, bro. The game's open. There's space on this pitch. The grass is green. It's not even snowing. It's not raining. It's nothing. The grass is so green. It's greener than you've ever seen it. Fucking hell. It's not a hostile atmosphere in Bournemouth. I know that for a fact. Your Brentfords, your Bournemouths. These men are sitting, having a bit of lunch. Spurs have scored, apparently. This is a lovely game. Lovely game if you want to win. There's space. Tottenham have taken the lead. Yeah, Richarlison scored. There's no other goals in the 3 o'clock kickoffs. No other goals. Neto pressing, Delap press. Press them. Force them into an error. Well done. Fofana. Is that Fofana? That's what I'm saying, bro. Fofana, bro. Well done, Fofana. This guy, bro. If he could just stay fit. Oh, my days. It's night and day, the quality he brings when he's at his best and he's fit, man. Goodness gracious. Just stay fit, would you, please? Been so good since he's come back from injury. He's made such a difference. Such a difference. He's, you know, he's even more important than Lavia in terms of keeping him fit, in terms of the level of how important he is and how integral he is to this team. Out of all the other injury-prone players, if we're just excluding James now, and James has passed it, and we've already sorted that situation out, you're looking at Badiashile, Fofana, Lavia. Fofana is by far and away, by a clear gap, the most important player, I think, to keep fit. If we can pick the next person to never have a big injury again, or to, you know, obviously you want it for all of them, but if you was to pick a player to just bring to Reece James's level right now and surpass in terms of availability, Fofana is the guy, because what he brings, bro, to the table. Sometimes you forget because he's out for so long. This guy's never even played 5 games in a row for Chelsea. I don't think he's even clocked up 10 full 90s. I don't even know. But when you watch him, you just see the level, the difference in quality. It's crazy. I almost forgot because he's just never around. He's clearly taking Chalobah up a level. I don't think it's the other way around. And that's why I was kind of puzzled by that other comment earlier before the game. When Fofana comes in, Chalobah looks a lot better. When he's next to Tosin, it's peak. Maybe we need to see Fofana with Tosin. We need to see what that looks. No, we don't need to see that. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. And don't get me wrong, Chalobah's been, you know, good, bar the Leeds game, but I think Fofana's definitely got a higher ceiling. Ball comes in, punched away by Sanchez, close him down. What kind of delivery is that? What? Oh, free kick for us. 1-0 to Everton. That was a goal that was scored a while ago. I just didn't see it. Still 0-0 between Newcastle and Burnley. 0-0 between City and Sunderland. 0-0 in our game as well. Imagine nobody capitalising on what happened at Villa Park if you're City. Imagine City just go and draw at home to Sunderland. Sunderland, you know, took points off Liverpool at Anfield. They beat us at Stamford Bridge. Sunderland are a proper team. They could easily get a result against City today. You wouldn't really be surprised. Sunderland are a really good side. They took points off Arsenal. Sunderland, bro. Sunderland took points off everybody in that top 4. Sunderland took points off everybody. Proper team. They need a lot of credit, man. 5th place, 24 points. Wow. Newly promoted. Sunderland need a lot of credit. A lot of credit, man. What a team this season. Have I jinxed it? Yes. City have just scored. Ruben Diaz has just taken the lead. Yeah, Delap's coming off. So, shoulder injury, I think. So, I think now Guy might come on. Is he coming on? Yeah, Guy's coming on for Delap. I think it's a shoulder injury for Delap. Big opportunity for Gu. Yeah. Delap straight down the tunnel. Shoulder injury. Does not look good. Hopefully it's not. I don't know if. Hopefully it's not dislocated. I don't know. The fact that Gu is coming on before Delap is a bit of a statement from the manager. João Pedro, they've just gone and panned to him. He definitely thought he was coming on because he always plays up front for a period of time in a match. So the fact that he's not come on is kind of damning from his perspective. He needs to fix up. Because the fact that Gu's coming on before you, boy, that's got to make you think. I know when Delap was going off injured. I know João Pedro was pulling up his socks. I know he was pulling up his socks. He thought he was coming on. He thought he was going to come on and do Joga Bonito, but he's not coming on. Corner for Bournemouth. Yeah, Gu absolutely deserves the minutes, bro. Absolutely deserves to come on before João Pedro. And if you've set up tactically, stylistically for that type of striker, then Gu is closer to Delap profile-wise. So if you want to press from the front or you want to make runs in behind for Palmer to find and Enzo to find, then only Gu makes sense. But now Gu has to deliver because he doesn't get these opportunities very often. And he's not going to get many of them. But we're defending anyway, so not been a very comfortable game. It's been a very uncomfortable game. Very, very concerned about this first 33 minutes, man. It's not being good. Could easily concede at any moment. We don't get a grip. .33 minutes gone. Man City are 2-0 up against Sunderland. I've really jinxed it. Man City are 2-0 up against Sunderland. So they're looking like they're going to take advantage. Newcastle have just taken the lead against Burnley as well at home. Goals are flying in now, guys. Goals are flying in. We're currently 6 points behind City, 5 points behind Villa. We really need to win. Otherwise, there's going to be a little bit of a divider being formed between ourselves and the ones ahead. You don't want that. Yeah, Everton are just a point behind us as well. They're winning at the moment against Forest. That's mad. Everton up to 5th. That's crazy. Palace 6th, Sunderland 7th. This table is mad. Here's Enzo. Gu. Got to be stronger. Welcome to the Prem, bro. Actually, you've been here before, but yeah, just welcome. Semenyo. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Oh, my God. Bro, I just assumed it was in. I just assumed it was 1-0 to Bournemouth because when I'm seeing Semenyo 1v1 with Gusto on that left-hand side and he's passed him and he's taking that shot, I'm assuming one way or another, this ball's ended up in the back of the net. I remember when Semenyo slapped one at Stamford Bridge against us at near post. How he's missed that chance, I do not know. That is a 0. What kind of XG is that? 0.99? 0.9999999. Gusto did not defend well enough in that moment. But listen, bro, we should be 1-0 down. That chance, that should be in the back of the net. We're lucky. We're very, very lucky. I don't even know how that's not gone in. I need to see that again. I don't actually understand how he's made contact with the ball from Sanchez's save and he's not managed to put that in. It's crazy. Palmer's done well there. Send it in behind. Too much for Gu to do. Win the throw. Boy. Bro, we spent so much money to not have quality strikers. I was arguing about this with Don because everybody talks about the centre-backs. Everybody talks about the centre-backs. At the start of the season, loads of individual errors, red cards. We should have got a centre-back, we should have got a centre-back, we should have got a centre-back. Then we go on a run of clean sheets. When a couple of the centre-backs, not even all of them, by the way, just a couple of the centre-backs that should be playing week in, week out start to play. Fofana. Chalobah goes next to him. But you know it would be Levi Colwill if he was fit. Josh doesn't get enough minutes. We're racking up clean sheets. I know we score goals, but that attack and that striker situation is not sorted, guys. It's not sorted at all. So when everybody talking about the centre-backs, I have more sympathy at centre-back because we've signed centre-backs that are actually good, some of them, but they're injury-prone. So it's unfortunate. Like, if Fofana was always fit and Colwill was fit, I wouldn't have a massive issue with our centre-back pairing there. I think that's a good enough centre-back pairing to challenge for the league. Might not win, but it's definitely can challenge. The goalkeeper, okay, he's been in good form this season, but you know, you have to keep an eye on him. I'd say that's an issue until it's not. And then you got Josh, and you got Badia Shua. You may have to sell him because you can't really rely upon him, etc. But the centre backs, at least you can say there's injuries there. The forwards have been replaced. Every single attacker is new, and we still have attacking quality confusion going on up there. That's my thing, you know? That's where the money's been spent this summer. That's where all the replacements have been. All the one in, one out, one in, one out. We got rid of nearly all of our wingers. We got rid of a striker, and we got rid of our 10 in Nkuku. We got rid of the whole attack. So the attack should be perfect right now, but it's not. So for me, that should be more alarming because that's where the money's just gone. Everybody knows there's going to be a bit of a centre-back, you know, transfer here and there. Insamino's recalled, whatever's going to happen. Mamadou Sarr, I don't know. Maybe there's actually people already in-house that we can use as backups to Fofana and Colwill if they can stay fit. But in terms of the in terms of the attackers, boy, there's going to be a lot more change. If you think that's our attack for the next 3 years, you've got something coming. I'm telling you now. That attack is not going to be here in 3 years' time. We already know one of the wingers is leaving already, and it's December because Quenda's coming in. Let alone the rest of it. Left side. Ball in. Give me good delivery. Oh, Neto. Who is that back post? Gusto. That's what I'm saying. Because if it was Neto, I don't think Neto would have done that. Let me see this again. It's a weird one. It's really low. So is he really going to be able to head that towards goal and generate the power he needs to score? I don't know. I think the only way you kind of score a header like that, if you're Gusto, is if you're actually running onto it and you do a diving header, which he was never positioned to do. He'd already made the run. He's already ahead of the ball. He has to header it back. He's not scoring from that angle with his body position. If he's running onto it with a diving header like Van Persie for the Netherlands, we might have a different conversation on our hands. But even then, that would have been a goal of the month if he had done that. Not an easy chance. Not an easy chance. Here's Gusto, Neto, Gusto. Fuck, the hold-up play, Gu. You've got to be stronger. You're 19, so I can only really say so much because this is not a surprise, you know, in terms of physicality, strength. But he's going to put himself about, he's going to press, he's going to run. But can he hold off defenders? Can he really hold off defenders and help us in terms of hold-up? We're going to find out. It's a difficult job. It's a very difficult job for a teenager. If he doesn't do it, then we're not going to be able to keep possession every time the ball goes into him. We're going to keep giving it away. Really, you just need to try and hit him in behind. Hopefully he can do it. Here's Palmer, Gue. It's a lot to ask of a kid to do hold-up play as a centre forward. Kind of a grown man task, you know. Even Drogba, when he was young, was falling all over the place. I remember when he first came to the Prem, he was kind of diving, rolling around on the ground. Mourinho must have had a word with him and said, "Yo, listen, brother, this is not France. You need to get up." Sanchez, nice, good play. Come on, guys. James has taken a step back out of midfield. Just keep an eye on that situation. James is no longer really in the midfield. In the build-up, him and Gusto maybe have swapped a little bit. Gusto's getting further forward. Maybe Enzo's gone into more of a regista, central, deep line playmaker position. And he's pushing Gusto and Cucurella further forward, so James just compensating there a little bit. It's a shocking effort from Neto. Fucking hell. Terrible strike. But 3 minutes left till half-time. Not a very inspiring first half. But the positive is we're not losing. And we could play a lot better. So I think I said the same thing against Forest. We were 0-0 at half-time with Forest, I think. And we've been awful the first half. I think worse than this, to be honest. But we weren't losing. So you have to assume that we're going to get better, surely, in the second half. You have to assume we're going to get better. Yeah, for Fafana, man of the match is definitely a shout for sure at the moment. He's been brilliant. Great tackle just now. Wins the foul, is he? No? Not going to get it. Referee's not interested. Yeah, Fafana's been good. I'm glad he's not on the socials posting anymore. He's just focused on the football, man. When he's injured, I think he gets a bit bored. And it's understandable. He done a little bit too much socials, a little bit too much chatty-patty on the Twitters. You know what I mean? But when he's fit and he's playing, man's forgot that he's got the Instagram stories and that, so it's good. It's good. At least I know now he wants to play football. He's more interested in that. Man was just bored. People can be bored. Semenyo is running. Gusto physically can't really stop him. He's blazed it over the bar. Burnley have equalised, is it? No, red card for Burnley at Newcastle. Red card. Red card. Ganacho. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, come on, man. Free kick for Bournemouth. Tottenham have scored again. I think it's Xavi Simons who's got it. Tobes is going ballistic in the Big Six chat. It's Cucurella. Fucking hell. This is bad, man. This is a really rough first half. In terms of the passing, I think the passing's just been so poor. You know what, yeah? Can I just say, Aren't we lucky that Bournemouth in the final third have been absolute cheeks? Like, seriously. Clivert there. Cheeks, bro. They've been so shit. Look at that. Like, the areas that they're getting into, they should have already been. They should have already scored. They've had the 0.99999999999 chance, and they didn't score it. They've got themselves into other positions in our penalty box where they've done the overload, and the reverse pass has been played. Whether it's in behind Cucurella, it's in behind Gusto, Semenyo running at Gusto, and they've just not. They're not capitalizing, because if this is their best spell of the game, Lord of mercy, I wouldn't be happy as a Bournemouth fan right now either. You've had so many chances to score or to create, proper big problems for Sanchez. They've not taken it. So the final third for them is mad as well. It's a game that's lacking quality in the final third from both teams. Really is. I don't even think we even get into the final third enough because of our passing anyway. But yeah, it's bad. I think you could definitely make a case for Josh, yeah, because I think Gusto's side is looking a bit too weak for me as well. I know he's there to go forward and he's tactically meant to be underlapping, overlapping, whatever. But defensively, bro, Semenyo's got him on skates. And now Clivert's gone over there as well. So if they're thinking about doubling up on Gusto with Clivert and Semenyo, that's not going to be good in the second half. So we need to look at that, because he's not winning that battle. And Enzo's been poor. He's getting physically dominated in that midfield. His passing hasn't been up to it either. He's not playing any important passes. So I don't know what to say about him as well, because what can you do with the injuries and the suspensions we have? Bournemouth have 5 times your XG. Bro, that doesn't surprise me. Have we made their goalkeeper make a save? Delap didn't shoot. He came off. Gu hasn't had a shot. Palmer hasn't had a shot. I don't think Ganacho's had a shot. Neto has had a shot, and it went super duper wide. Enzo should have shot. Then he decided to overplay the pass to Neto. Palmer overplayed the pass to Neto. Neto could have actually been in some seriously dangerous positions today if Enzo and Palmer had weighted their passes properly. But I don't remember loads of shots for us. It's shocking. And I think this is easier than the Leeds game, because the Leeds game, you can at least say, okay, it's hostile, it's a Wednesday night, it's physical, it's set pieces, it's long throws, there's been rotation. Bro, Fofana's back. Palmer's in here. Neto starts. The team's strong. James is there. There's no excuse. There's literally no excuse. Great save. Well, Sanchez has saved it anyway. Ball in. Bro, Semenyo's just having a fucking jolly up, bro. So Semenyo's having an absolute fucking jolly up. And it's only a matter of time. Thank God for half time, honestly. What a half. Thank God for half time. What a shit half that is. Thank goodness for half time. If not for half time, it would only be a matter of time before they score. Because Semenyo he's just doing whatever he wants. And maybe because he's not in form, he hasn't capitalized on his own opportunities as well. He's had a couple of shots from distance that have just gone over the bar. If Semenyo is playing how he played in the first 5 games, we're losing this game. We're losing this game. It's only because he's maybe not confident and he's not been scoring, so he's just trying to get back into his groove. He's having an absolute jolly up. This performance in the first half, it's not good enough. This is Bournemouth away. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but they're not in good form. It's not hostile. It's 3 o'clock. There's no snow. There's no rain. Maybe there's some wind. The grass is green. The floodlights are on. The boots have fucking been shined. What's the excuse? The ball's still round. The goal frame's exactly the same size it was on Wednesday. What's going on with the performance? Do these men not understand they have to win this game? And this is why, when I saw the result of Villa Park, I'm not interested, because until I see Chelsea perform in this match and play to the level they need to play to and to win, it's just none of our business, guys. It's only Man City's business. It's none of our business. It's Aston Villa's business as well, because they're the ones that have they took advantage of, bro. We played them at home. We didn't win. circumstances, Caicedo, whatever, you know, we didn't win. Aston Villa won. Aston Villa took advantage. Aston Villa have won like, what, 8, 9 games in a row. Aston Villa are 6 points clear of us. It'll be 5 if we draw this. But we need to lock in. We need to lock in. I don't want to be coming out the end of this December, as I do every single damn season. At the start of December, are you in a title race? At the end of December, you're actually 6th. Welcome to the top 4 race. You're actually 6th. You're actually 6th. When New Year rolls around, 2026, Chelsea at 6th. Chelsea are level with Liverpool or in and around Man United and Newcastle. I don't want to do this again. It's the same pattern every season. You lot need to find some sort of shit. You need to get your shit together. You really need to get your shit together. The first half is diabolical. The build-up play is poor. The passing from Enzo and Palmer, poor. Like, you're not waiting your passes. Maybe Palmer's not, I don't know, maybe Palmer's rusty, so you have to give him some slack. But the passes that you got to play are they're so simple. I'm not asking Palmer to even play like the long passes, or he's just had to play the short ones to Neto and Garnacho, and he's been pissing them up. Enzo is physically getting bullied in there. James is basically having to take on the whole Bournemouth midfield on his own in terms of physicality and duels, because Enzo is almost off the ball today, 10 men. He's either late, he's either fouling people, he's getting shrugged off the ball, and James is just there on his own. And this is the same shit that Caicedo has to deal with some of the time. So, I don't know. It's a madness. I don't really know what we should do. Let's get the substitutions and the bench up on screen, but I think there's a couple of players that you could say should come off, to be honest. Esteval's on the bench. Gittins is on the bench. Yu has come on for Delap, so that substitution is done. I'm looking at our bench. You know what I'm thinking. You don't need me to say it. You're laughing. I see you. I look at our bench. Who's gonna save us? Who's going to save us? I don't have confidence. I only have Esteval to look to. João Pedro's been so poor recently. I don't look to him. Right now. I need a goal. I need a moment of magic. I haven't seen that from João Pedro in months. His goal against Tottenham was a tap-in, and he missed another chance, another couple of chances in that game where he should have got a hat-trick. João Pedro has been pretty abject and average for months. Some of those 10-men performances, you got to let him off, because we're not getting out of our half at Old Trafford. But in regards to the general situation is, since what, September, I ain't seen nothing. That's the God's honest truth. So now I'm looking at João Pedro on this bench, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say with you. What are you gonna come on and do? Are you gonna come on and are you gonna take some shots? Are you gonna come on? Are you gonna create some chances? Are you gonna come on? You're gonna score me a goal? I don't know, because I haven't seen it in months. Gittins, he might create a nice little chance, little cross here, maybe a little shot there, but it's not guaranteed. He also might not attack his man. He might not go 1v1 as well as Garnacho. I don't think you could take Garnacho off based off that first half, to be honest. And Garnacho, I'm not saying that he's doing a madness, but he's gone past his man a few times in that first half, and he's created a couple moments off that left where the pass leads to the pass leads to the pass. But I don't know. Maybe you guys think take him off, but I don't know. It's all very much just there's not enough of a differential between the options on the bench and the options already out there, you know? Gittins, Garnacho. Luck of the draw. One might turn up, one might not. One might turn up. We don't know. It's not enough guaranteed quality. And then Esteval is the one. Esteval's the one you're looking at. But where do you put him? You know, where do you put him? because Neto's our top goal scorer and we need a goal. So you can't really take off Neto, to be honest, because you need a goal. Are you going to take off Palmer and put Estevan in the 10? What's that going to do with how's that going to, how do you go about that? I don't know. I don't even know how many minutes Cole Palmer can play. Do you take off Enzo and you bring on Andre Santos, try and get a little bit more mobility in the midfield, try and get a better grip of the game? That's a shout. Achampong to come on for Gusto is a shout. These are maybe more defensive substitutions, though, because Enzo gets goals. He gets much more goals than Santos in a Chelsea shirt, so you need a goal. Do you really want to take off Enzo Fernandez? I don't know. It's really difficult. It's really difficult. I think the only obvious sub, which this is to prevent us from conceding, is to take off Gusto and bring on Josh, because Gusto physically can't cope with Semenyo. He can't cope. So if Semenyo chooses to, I mean, right now Semenyo is picking up the ball in the central position because he knows that Reece is on his own. He knows Reece is on his own. So if you want to stop Semenyo from scoring a goal, you bring on Santos. Well, let me just rephrase. You would like to think that Santos will come on and help James a lot more than Enzo's helping. I'm not going to say that he definitely does because his positional discipline in the last game was so bad. But you definitely maybe look at Achampong for Gusto, aerially, physically. Maybe he helps. He should help a lot more. I don't know. It's tough. You can't take James out of that midfield anyway. That's for sure. James needs to stay exactly where he is. I think I've seen someone say bring on Santos for Gusto. You cannot have a pivot of Santos and Enzo again in this match after what we're seeing. Semenyo is far too central. You bring James on and maybe Kluivert goes out there and that's fine. But then what are you going to do when Semenyo is in the 10, in the pockets versus Santos and Enzo? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No chance do I want to see Santos and Enzo next to Semenyo in this game. You need James in there. So maybe Santos is there for Enzo. Maybe you lose a bit of your attacking goal threat. I'm not really sure why Turkish is doing eye emojis after the loss against Villa today. I thought you would have decided to leave it, considering City are closing the gap on you to 2 points. I don't know. I didn't think eye emojis was your thing today. I'm a bit perplexed. We might not be winning, but, I don't think today's been a good day for you. Sunshine. You know what I'm saying? What's going on over there? It's not making sense. It's not a good weekend. 2 point gap. Big Steve. Sharks. Obviously, there's no Lions. The Lions have I don't know what the Lions are doing today. But the Sharks are winning, you know what I mean? Five points in 3 games dropped. Yeah. Bro, you're just waffling. Are you blind to the position Gusto's taking up while Palmer is at the left half space where he lacks creativity? Brother. I'm not talking about Gusto on the ball. I'm talking about Gusto 1v1 defending in his own box where 2 massive opportunities have come for Bournemouth, if you remember. So I don't know what you're talking about. Right half space, left half space, rare tear. I'm talking about defending because we should be 2-0 down or at least 1-0 down. So I'm trying to stop us from conceding as much as I want us to score because at the moment we look like we're going to concede. So regardless of what half space Gusto's in, and I don't really give a shit because he's not really created anything either. What's Gusto created in these half spaces? He's created fuck all. He's not created anything. So it's not something we're losing. It's not something that we have to keep him on because he's in the half spaces. Don't care. It's not a sacrifice. It's the same thing with Cucurella in midweek playing in the right half space, left half space. These are not the players I want to see there. Cucurella obviously gets his header from the Neto cross, and he nearly, that's probably our best chance of the game so far. And that's why Cucurella gets that freedom to kind of do it because he can crash the box and get goals. But Gusto's not a goal scorer. He's not a goal scorer. So I don't know. Enzo's clearly tired, lethargic. Potentially, maybe we need to bring that into account. Maybe Enzo Fernandez is tired. He obviously played. Let me take a look at his minutes. Played what? 90 against Leeds, 90 against Arsenal, 90 against Burnley, 90 against Barca, 83 against Wolves. That was before the international break. So yeah, maybe Burnley, Arsenal, Barca, Leeds. Now today, maybe it's taken a toll. That's a fair point because he does look very weak out there. Like we know Enzo's not quick. We know Enzo isn't defensively some sort of destroyer, but I think today he's looked especially weak, even weaker than you'd ever care to imagine. And obviously Leeds, the midfield was weak. But some people say it's an excuse, a lame excuse. Some people say it's a fair point. I don't know. I don't really care. it's a point. It was made. Something else to bring to the conversation. You know, it will get a mention, but whether or not it's the reason, we don't know. We don't know. If that is the case, then he needs subbing off. Because he's a liability at the moment. He's not passing wise. He's not bringing his A game. With Enzo, you can take the defensive lapses if you're getting on the ball what you ask for and what you expect. We're not getting what we need on the ball. We're not getting what we need off the ball. So as much as Santos was extremely poor against Leeds, you can make a case to say, let's see what Santos can do for 45 minutes. Take Enzo out if he's tired or whatever's going on there. Let's see if Santos can bring something off the ball to help James. So then maybe the fullback like Augusto can be even more adventurous without being penalised for it. And then hope that Santos can actually also get into his goal scoring bag, because this guy at Strasbourg was getting goals. And I was giving him great credit for the aerial ability that he had in the box, the box crashing, you know, the strikes that he was taking. But he's not really brought that to Chelsea yet. So obviously had the goal ruled out against Barcelona. But yeah, we need to start seeing that side of him a lot more as well. Brother, there's no point asking me if Robbie's getting cooked on Monday. If Chelsea do not win this game, I am not cooking anyone. Even if Chelsea win this game, I'm not really up for cooking anyone. We need to win our football matches. That is it. We need to win our games. He might get cooked from someone else, but from me, with 0-0 at halftime, I need a win. Why am I thinking about that? It's none of my business. I couldn't care less. They're still top of the league, you know. Do you know what I mean? It was Villa away. Villa are in the top 4. Villa Park, 8-9 games in a row win. It's not a disaster. It's not good for them, but it's not a disaster. They're still top of the league. They've just gone to one of the most difficult grounds in the country. It's really not. I think we need to get our perspective back. We are not winning against Bournemouth. That's all you need to remember. And this is a far easier game because Bournemouth are actually in poor form as well. Villa are better than Bournemouth. Villa are in great form. One of the most informed teams in the league, if not the most informed team in the league, actually. They are. And Bournemouth are not in good form, and we're not winning. I don't know what man are talking about cooking. There's nothing cooking over here, bro. Right, timer's going to be on the screen. Timer's going to be on screen. We really need to find something. They're still starting the second half exactly how they ended the first. Tavernier. They got good players, man, Bournemouth. Tavernier, Cliver, Semenyo, Evan Nilsson up top. More than enough players to cause problems. I remember Tavernier in the early days of Bournemouth. He was one of their best attackers. And I think he picked up an injury. Don't even know if I have to even go back to the Eddie Howe days, to be honest. The Josh King days. The days of those guys. Tavernier was a big player for them. And he picked up loads of injuries. I think it was this season or last season. Here's Neto. I think it was last season. Neto cutting in. What's Turkish saying? Wow, Matisse, even helping me deal with the L. Thank you, brother. I'm going to go watch your match reaction after I've done mine. Palmer's passing today. It's just not up to it at all. This is a predicament for the manager because it's like, do you take off, like Palmer and Enzo's passing isn't where it needs to be, but they're the guys that are most likely to probably get you a goal with Neto. Neto's shot literally saved. Based on performance, though, you could definitely be well within your right to say just bring in Esteban and Andre Santos for those two and see if they're sharper and better. But then you're bringing on two kids or two youngsters in a must-win game. Don't know. Josh Gusto's the only one I think is queued up, but even that. Here's Palmer. Bro, FPL I've given up, bro. Given up. I always end up forgetting midway through, especially when I'm not doing well. Palmer. Yeah, it's really not on it. Austin's not there. I think you give Palmer until 60. If it doesn't improve in the next 10 minutes, I think you've got to start making changes, man. Neto. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky for Garnacho. Yeah, you can't really take the wingers off, you know. Really can't be looking at the wingers at the moment. Even though Neto there. It's a good ball in. Garnacho, good header. Unlucky. Yeah, Palmer's coming off an injury, so if he's rusty, it's more than expected. But then you have to decide if you're going to take him off. If he's not improving. Let's see. Like I said, I look at it in the 60-minute mark, I think. Shot. Oh, saved, Enzo. The shots on target have gone crazy in the last few minutes. Saying should have let it roll for Neto, maybe. Yeah, because he's probably coming onto it at a better angle, isn't it? It's true. But then, what's the communication saying? Has Neto shouted for it and Enzo's just ignored him or what? Or was Neto shouted for it, sorry. Enzo ignored him. Here's Palmer. Go on. Oh, the shots are racking up. Boy, we've had more shots, yeah, in the last 3 minutes than we had in the whole damn game against Leeds. Forget first half of Bournemouth. We've had more shots in the last 3 minutes on target than we had in the whole game against Leeds, guys. The whole 90 minutes. This mad. What you've just seen there from minute 46 to 51 was more than you saw against Leeds for 90 minutes. That's mad. That's more entertainment on goal we got. Crazy. Absolutely mad. That's the facts. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Imagine. That's how few shots on target we had against Leeds that you can just outdo it in 3 minutes like that. It's crazy. Mad. James. Oh, James, that is a shocker. Come on. Oh, wait, was it the referee? Oh, I was going to say, because that don't make no sense. James, that's crazy. Yeah, the referee. I think the referee's bailed us out. I do think it was I think James played a poor pass, but the referee's just got in the way. Yeah, he's playing as a 6. Tottenham are 2-0 up against Brentford. Newcastle 2-0 up against Burnley. City 2-0 up against Sunderland. Everton 2-0 up against Forest. 2-0s, 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 2-0s. That is the state of play in this league. All the teams you don't really want us to be seeing winning are winning. God. So where are we going to be in this table? 4th? Yeah, 4th. It's the gap to Villa that's making me nauseous, bro. How can you be 5 points behind Villa right now? That's wild. The gap to Villa is making me nauseous. It's really not good, that gap. Needs rectifying, man. Corner. 4 corners for Bournemouth. None for us today. I didn't even know we had no corners today. I didn't remember any. Ball comes in. Sanchez, good. Oh my God. Who played that pass? Enzo Fernandez. I'm lost for words. I'm genuinely lost for words. We need to make substitutions in 5 minutes, guys. I need to make substitutions. Oh, that was a crazy pass. From someone who's meant to be brilliant at long-range passing, that was blasphemy. You would have thought it was like Neto or Garnacho playing that pass. It was actually the playmaker. He needs a rest. Bro, if he needs a rest, the manager's got to take him out, bro. I've no problem hearing that maybe he needs a rest because of the 90s that he's clocked up, but then he needs to come off the pitch, bro, because we need to win the game. We can't be having passengers, and he's a passenger. He's been so poor today. On and off the ball. We're going to end up conceding soon. Can't be having this game 0-0 like this for much longer. Garnacho. Oh, this team in transition are so disgusting, man. Oh. If Lavia and Asugo are not injured, Enzo doesn't play all these games. No way. So that's the problem. He doesn't play all these games. He definitely doesn't play all these games. And obviously Caicedo being suspended doesn't help. But that midfield injury situation is why he's playing these games. Because he's clearly not at it at all. He's clearly not at it at all. Bro, play João Pedro as a central midfielder. On God, I don't care. This brother's he said it himself. He's played as a midfielder. He's played as a 6. He's played as a striker. He's played as a 10. He's played as a winger. Brother, go play central midfield. Because you don't score goals anyway. I'm not even joking. Some of João Pedro's best performances, general performances, have come when he's actually been an extra man in midfield and just gone in there, been press resistant, carried the ball, and just progress it, man. Just go in there and just go progress it. Go add some steel. Go add some strength in there. I'm not even joking. 3-man midfield, go play João Pedro as an 8. Go be Joe Linton. João Pedro, go be Joe Linton. Go be Joe Linton. Cole Palmer's obviously come off. Go be Joe Linton. Go and be Joe Linton. Saeed in the chat. Oh, I'm meeting up with Saeed later on today. I'm going to Rance's fight, brother. So yeah, if you're going to Rance's fight, you'll see me, Saeed, and Turkish there. It's in London. If you don't know about it, go and check out Rance's Instagram page, and the link for the tickets are there. I think there might still be some tickets at the back, but we'll be there. She sort out my redirects as well. This has been oh my God. Missing both of their midfielders and we can't outrun them. Yeah, because Tyler Adams is missing, isn't he? Who else is missing? Right, it's just 2 cooked midfields coming up against each other, bro. James versus everyone. That's what it is out there. Garnacho trying to play the 1-2. Gue, shot, saved. All of our shots have been very, very, very comfortable for Petrovic. They're all very, very, very central. Very tame, low. It's been very comfortable saves. As much as we are having more shots on target, which is good, which you'd like to think hopefully means we're going to get closer to scoring, but the actual shooting needs to be a lot more placed, because right now we're just shooting for shooting's sake. We're not actually placing these shots. I'll turn my mic up a little bit, but it should be okay. Oh, brother. Maybe I have to do press conference, get 2 mics. Oh my God. This is rough viewing. Very, very rough viewing. Tough watch, man. tough watch. No, I wouldn't take a draw. I'd rather risk winning to lose. A draw does absolutely nothing for me. So better throw everybody on the pitch to try and win this game. If you lose, you lose. Genuinely, I don't care. You have to try and win. It's nothing that a draw does for me against an out of form Bournemouth team. Absolutely nothing. Genuinely, the way we're playing, like, it's like time is moving so slowly, bro. I'm looking at the clock, I'm thinking, how do we have this much time left? Because it feels like this game should be coming towards an end in about 10 minutes. The game is it's just so lethargic and slow, and it just doesn't have any quality or creativity in it. It's just such a dead game. So shit. So I'm actually pleasantly surprised that we have this much time on the clock to still get a goal, because it feels like the game should be at its 80th minute. No wonder why they're not panicking and they're still playing in gear one. They got loads of time to score in their heads. What, half an hour? Five 0 to Bayern. Kane hat-trick. Cheat code, bro. Esteval needs to come on. The one thing you can't say about Esteval is that he doesn't make things happen. He might not always get the final product. He's young. He's going to be inconsistent. He might get petulant and let your little yellow card against Leeds. But if this brother gets the ball, shit is going to happen. That's it. That is it. If this brother comes on and he gets the ball in good areas, like, something's going to happen. So he needs to come on, because right now, João Pedro, every game that goes by is just becoming more of a bland player, bro. I really hope today he can make something happen when he gets on the ball, because it just feels like a very dry option to come on right now. Not saying he shouldn't come on. He obviously should, because he needs to come on and do something, but he's just become a bit bland. There's no seasoning on his football, like the way he plays. There's no seasoning. There's no flavor with the way he plays right now. It's all very bland. We need someone to do something with some magic. Very dry performance. Yeah. You going to the gym and missing the first half was not a bad decision at all, bro. Trust me, you didn't miss anything. The highlights will be very scarce as it stands on this fixture. Neto, ball in. Cucurella. Hughes just levered it over the bar. 3-0 to City. Oh, God. The fact of the matter is, I'm watching a front line of Gu, João Pedro, Neto, and Garnacho right now. This is what I'm watching. This is my front line. Neto. It's funny because him and Garnacho have been our best players. Best attackers, sorry. Garnacho and Neto have been our best attackers. They're the only ones actually looking like they're going to cause problems and they're going to do something. The middle is cooked at the moment. Just like the middle was cooked against Leeds. Right, we really just let that guy run for our whole team. My goodness. James, boy. Great tackle from Gusto. Bro, I need something to eat, man. This is mad. I'm gonna order food. There's no way I have to suffer like this. I can't suffer any longer. Christmas is a bitch, man. December, dirty December. Dirty December, bro. What mob? There's no mob this weekend. There's no Big Six fixture, brother. Whenever the Big Six games are, that's when the mobs are. So it's super easy to know when the mobs are coming. I think the next mob is Tottenham versus Liverpool. So I don't know when that is. I think it is next week. I don't know. But whenever it is, that's the next one. That's our USP. You don't want to cover too many. Then suddenly you might not feeling how special the thing is. So that's our USP, bro. Oh, bro, I might just lose it all. I might just lose it all, bro. This is painful. It really is painful. It's not going to make me cry, but it is making me very sad. I am very, this game is just arse. It's absolute arse cheeks. Even if we go on to win, even if we do scab this 1-0 win, I'll be honest, I have to speak on it. I have to speak on the quality because it's just awful. It's very, very concerning, the quality I'm watching right now in this game. This December here is dirty. It's a dirty December. Can we get Esteval on this pitch, please? Because I don't understand what's taking this manager so long now. You've seen João Pedro come on. You've seen 10 minutes now. Get the next sub on. Get the next guy on because we need something to happen. This is a madness. It's an absolute madness to watch this. I know nothing's coming until Esteval comes onto this pitch. I know that for a fact. If Esteval comes onto this pitch, I have some hope. But until that brother comes on, I know I can literally see nothing's transpiring. And I hope I've jinxed it. I really do. But these men are crazy right now. Garnacho, wide. Garnacho and Neto, they're the only two players that actually are trying to make something happen on this pitch. It's very damning, but that is the reality. These two are the only ones. And they don't have for as much chances and for as much moments they're creating, they're not good enough footballers and they're not good enough players to actually take advantage all the time of the scenarios they're getting themselves into. So you just have to applaud the effort, but you're not necessarily going to get the goal. You know, it's hope. You have to hope. If Elise or Cavaskilio, you know, or maybe not Cavaskilio, but if Elise and these guys would get, because the output from Elise is ridiculous. But if you had like a world-class winger getting this amount of volume in terms of these areas that they're getting into, bro, we'd be winning this game. We'd be winning this game. And that's the same applies to the strikers. It's very much hit and hope. You have to pray that one of these moments are going to come in, but it's go in, but it's not inevitable. These attackers, none of them are inevitable attackers. You know what an inevitable attacker looks like. You don't need to worry whether or not they're going to take a chance because you know it's coming. The goal's coming. But none of these attackers on this pitch are inevitable. That we just have to pray. Literally just have to pray. I can't tell you that these guys are going to actually get it right. Can't tell you these guys are going to get it right, man. And for as long as the game keeps staying as 0-0, Bournemouth are going to have their moment as well. Semenyo on this pitch. Leave this game in the balance. Semenyo. Good block. Trossard is becoming inevitable. Yeah, he is. He's a very good finisher, to be fair. But he was a good finisher at Brighton as well. Both feet. Oh, man. Pain. I'm in a lot of pain. This hurts, man. I'll be honest. Here's Garnacho. Please do something. Fucking hell, man. These men are trying to outdo themselves from Leeds, bro. It's just like, it's just so painful, bro. Fucking hell, I'm gonna lose it, honestly. I'm trying to bottle it in right now, but I'm really gonna lose it with this lot. Garnacho 1v1. Where are you going? Good, okay, what now? Enzo. I'll put hands on some of these people. Just grab them by the skull. Can't do this. Can't do this. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? No. Okay, fair. It's a Saturday, innit? Like, you don't get time during the week to do the house cleaning and the chores and that. So I just thought, may as well multitask. There's no point me wasting time. You know what I mean? There's no point me wasting time. May as well do multiple things at once. This is what we would all do. This is what we would all do. Like, I'm not obligated to sit here and talk, really, when there's nothing to talk about. I may as well get some things done. This is what we would all do. I know there's man them thinking, I could get a head start on the washing. You know, I could get a little head start on the you know, doing the colours, doing the whites, doing the washing. You know what I mean? Might get the mopping done. You know, this is real life. I missed a spot. So this is what I'm saying. I missed a spot. So I might have to go back and do that in a minute. But this is real life. We ain't got time for this shit. I'll tell you that for free. That's one thing we ain't got time for is this. This is some foolishness. This is some foolishness. I know Estevar's come on. I think it's a bit late, but he's here. He's here. My food's not arrived yet, you know what I mean? So I thought let me get the hoovering done. Because I saw there's a little bit messy. The food's coming, gonna have something to eat. This is real life. It's adulthood. Absolutely. Lucky I don't have a ute. Lucky I don't have a ute because, bro, if I had a ute, bro, I'd probably just go and play with the ute, bro. I'll be real. I'll just go and spend time with the ute. I don't think I'd bother him with this. This is mad. This is crazy, bro. It's absolutely insane. We had like 5 minutes in that second half where we were starting to lay down some shots, but all the shots were, you know, apart from Garnacho hitting the post, all the shots were pretty, they were pretty comfortable for Petrovic. I don't think Petrovic has been sweating today with the shots that we've put on goal. And then we've just lost our mojo again. And now we're just back to square one, just fighting for our lives. It's mad. Let me go through the super chats because last time I rage quit. I didn't read all of them, but you guys were taking the piss anyway. You're sending in more, even though you know I had to go and do the review at like 10:30. What platform? Oh yeah, we already read this one out. I read these ones. I just need to start them. Wastefulness is just a symptom of the modern game. Oh, we are shit. Why the fuck are we so dull? We need Moises ASAP. What? But Moises Caicedo shouldn't have a massive bearing on our creativity in the front line. Like, the attackers should be able to create chances without Moises Caicedo. Do you see what I'm saying? I understand from a defensive point of view why we would be more open, but the game is open. That's a good ball in from Neto. There's no one on the end of it. Are we even playing football? Sorry, not Neto. Was it Neto? Put that ball in? No. João Pedro put the ball in. Neto almost got on the end of it, but didn't. We are an effing joke. December Charity FC, well and truly underway. 2:45 AM Australia. Why do I even do this to myself? Big up, man. Brother, my condolences to you, man. You don't deserve this. You really don't deserve this. 0 shots on target in 45 minutes. Maresca ball, trash. Matt, our midfielders are getting bullied. Absolutely. Maresca's second season is worse than the first. Fraud, says Assad. We are 4 points on the Leeds game, I think, worse off than last year. But obviously, Champions League, Conference League is going to obviously balance itself out from that perspective. I'd say we're pretty much just almost becoming level with what we were doing because of the Conference League so easy on Thursdays versus Champs. But then, you know, comparing the squads, is the squad better? Is it worse? Bro, I could be here all day. My productive general, I love you, brother. Big up to you, brother. What's your Clash Royale build? That's when you know we're in the pits of hell when you're asking me a question like that. I don't even play that game, but yeah. Oh, fuck. Salah on the bench. Salah benched. Oh, Liverpool lineups have come out. Liverpool lineups have come out. His João Pedro. Yeah, by the way, Salah being benched is not even a big deal now. Like, Salah has to be on the bench because Liverpool need to establish some sort of balance, and he's not doing enough off the ball for a team that are struggling to be starting, and his output is not there either. So he literally just can't start. When you're going through a period like that where you're just really just going through it, you need 11 men off the ball putting in a shift, at least. You need to compete. At that point, you need to earn the respect to play again. The only way you can do that is by competing in your 50-50s. Salah's not competing. He's a liability in that respect, so because of his age. So, yeah, he's going to AFCON soon as well anyway, so I think the kind of writing's on the wall with that situation. Probably ends up leaving in the end of the season or in Jan, maybe, I don't know. Depends how much of a threat top four is, they think. Gu is late on that challenge, and that's going to be a card. Yellow card for Gu. People are now cussing Gu. I don't really care. This is what we have. This is all we have. These are the minutes that he had to get, and then if he takes them, he doesn't. He doesn't. He does. I don't really have anything to say about it. It's just the reality of the situation, I'm afraid. Same situation as Sunderland, I think. Did he start against Sunderland at home? The 19-year-old striker is going to struggle sometimes, absolutely. That's what you sign up for. No guarantees. Just have to hope that he takes his opportunity. And he hasn't, so what can you do? Everton at home in December. Yes, it's not a gimme. Everton are right behind us in the table. Everton are in really good form. They've got good players. Jack Grealish, Ndiaye, Dewsbury Hall, handful up front. David Moyes, very, very experienced manager. It's another battle. It's another battle. They're currently 3-0 up against Forest. We're going to be playing them at the worst possible time because they're in great form. Then we've got Newcastle away at St James's Park on the 20th of December. I wonder how that one goes. We love that ground. So, and by the time then Christmas rolls around, and then don't know who we play. I think we got Bournemouth again at home this month. But yeah, my belly's grumbling, so I just want to eat. Every single December, yeah. Maybe we are going to war for top four. After this December's finished, we'll be right in it. Fucking hell. This month is actually Kalas. You just have to let it be. Enzo smashed it over the bar. 2 minutes left. That tells me we're running out of ideas. Result into pop shots. I have to try and make this review funny, man. There's no way I can bring this depressing energy to this review. I must try to make light of the situation. I don't know if I can do it. These men are pushing me. I can't believe we're going to see no goals in this game. When was the last time we had a 0-0? I don't think this must be our first 0-0 of the season. We've never had a 0-0. No goals, just nothing. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Ah, yeah, Palace. That's the right answer. 0-0 at home to Palace is right. First game of the season. This is a waste of time. What spot did I miss? Was it in that corner or that one? Here's Cucurella. There's an added on 5 minutes. 5 minutes of added on time. 5 minutes left. Five minutes. I just want this game to be over. That's literally it. I'm done. Tired. We already know what it is, chat. We've known what it is for the last half an hour. Got other work to do, man. I got time for this. This fucking game is so slow. This is one of the worst games I've ever watched this season, at least, definitely, in terms of quality from both teams in the final third. So bad. At least in the midweek, Leeds were actually really good. So you could give Leeds a lot of praise, but boy oh boy, this shit stinks. Cucurella is holding up the ball like a striker for us. This is what we're doing. I just finished this game, man. Such a disgusting game of football. Man should be ashamed. Enzo is brilliant, honestly. Oh my god, yeah. Brilliant. You got some limbs for us, lads? What you got for it? You got me? Any limbs? Anybody got any limbs going? Any last minute winner, maybe? Some limbs? If I had gone to this game, away fans, they don't deserve that. That's nasty work. All the way down to Bournemouth in December for this performance. I feel so sorry for them. Finish this tune. Finish this game. Oh, finish this, man. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. No one cares, man. Stop. Let's finish this thing, man. Looks like London club's suffering this week. Another super chat. Jackson wasn't the solution, but for sure, not the problem. All these training videos and no one wants to score. Test the goalkeeper. Great birthday gift. Matisse, I'm here on a hate watch thing, but that is dreadful. I'm falling asleep. This is so boring, mate. Last December, I gave you my heart. The very next day, you gave it away. This year, save Chelsea from tears and give them some wins. Wow, what a beautiful little song that was. Arsenal win already. London deserves better. Why don't you just write Arsenal like the full name? It's not that long of a name to write, you know. I don't understand these abbreviations for Arsenal in the chat. Anyway. I'm gonna go. I got food coming in a couple of minutes, so I don't want to keep the delivery man waiting. Got some washing to do. Got some clothes to separate. Some counters to spray down and wipe. Clothes to dry. Mopping. Might do some mopping as well. The leaves could do with a pick up in the garden as well, actually, now that I think about it. Could do with picking up the leaves. It's autumn. The leaves fell, so might do that. Yeah, man. There's shit to do, you know. There's more to life than football. Football's just
just a small part of our lives, not really that significant anyway. So just crack on with the rest of the day. Other things to do, things to get done. On to the next. Oh, man. A point is a win. I'm going to go do my review, regretfully. Goodbye and good night. Where's the fucking outro button? Bitch. So legally blind, I can't even see the button.